Hi, my name is Bren Murphy from thesobercoach.net.au, and I'm just explaining exactly what a sober coach is, does, and how I can help you in your situation. Let's get starting at the top. Sober coaching is about helping you as you move beyond the acute phase of your alcoholism, like a rehab stint, and then you come out back into the community and you're back living your day-to-day life. But it is those crucial 5 to 7 days straight out of rehab or straight after an acute phase that you need support, and you need a clear head to help you sort of navigate through those days, okay? And my experience personally and with other people I've spoken with and worked with over the years is that those crucial 5 to 7 days outside of rehab, when you are sort of standing on your own 2 feet, can be the difference between a successful recovery or just another relapse, another stage of relapse. And why would you need a sober coach? Well, crucially, the importance of a sober coach is that the sober coach isn't connected with your history, your background. There's no overly sort of emotional or shame or blame based dependence or connection. Number 2, the relationship isn't based on you getting dressed and coming into the surgery or to the consulting rooms and sort of being a patient. We're actually side by side in the community, and we build what's called a therapeutic alliance, where you and I work together to start rebuilding your daily routine and reforming your habits for a successful recovery. Now that might sound a lot, but building a successful recovery is based on putting in place some established routines. And I like to start with a good morning routine and then move through the day to rebuild yourself and give yourself confidence going forward. So who am I and how have I come to be doing sober coaching? Well, I've worked in mental health and disability work for over 10 years in the group setting, and I was working with people who had deep sort of organic brain injuries and mental health challenges that and they would emerge from their acute phase of hospitalisation, and it was a really rough trot for them to reintegrate into the community. And some guys never really successfully reintegrated into the community and just went through that crisis, recovery, rest, crisis phase for years on end. And I can see that happening with people who aren't at that extreme end of the spectrum, but wanting to bounce back and get back into their life and get things rolling again, yet not having a support structure, or they've burned all their bridges with their partner, family, relationships, and they're just feeling isolation and loneliness from not having anyone to sort of build their new life and their recovery around. So that's where a sober companion and a sober coach can be a really important person, especially in those 5 to 7 early days, just to re-establish yourself in the community and get some healthy routines, get some exercise, hook up with a meeting group, a 12-step program in your local area, get into that routine and attend your appointments and just keep rolling forward. I know how easy it is to drift and basically sink back into a rut where relapse is almost inevitable. So it's key to have that forward momentum from the minute you emerge from the rehab facility. But more important than all that is the idea of healing. And I know from my experiences, as I sort of had a really critical drinking problem that I worked through over 5 or 6 years, and now I can happily say I've been in recovery sober for coming up to 5 years. So I've really managed and learnt through my own process and through other family members who have gone through a similar recovery stages, and dealing with people in my own family who are still in the midst of an addiction, a substance abuse, alcohol problem. So I could consider myself really experienced from angles of being the person, being a caregiver and being a family member, and knowing sort of how everyone feels. And it's not just all based on book learning, it's actually from being there. I use I have really focused on using a health-based model of healthy eating, using exercise and using meditation, mindfulness to lessen stress and give you a more of a mind-body connection. So you're less likely to just think everything's in the mind. So just going for a run, going for a walk, re-establishing an exercise routine and commitment is really important. I have lost about 15-20 kilos since my sort of bad days, and just the feel-good hormones and brain chemicals from regular exercise have had a profound effect on sort of my day-to-day life. And I'd really encourage that when I get on board as your sober coach. So what happens after the 5 to 7 days of live-in 24-hour care that I provide for you at your place is that I'll sort of return back to my home and my life, and we'll still engage an ongoing relationship there of coaching sessions, as I have a qualification in life coaching with a particular focus on positive psychology and how to keep moving forward and keep growing and keep experiencing life and enjoying everything that life has to offer. So there would still be follow-up phone calls and online interactions, as that's how I normally interact with most of my clients. But for sober coaching, I really feel this critical live-in period is so profoundly powerful, and it could really help you kickstart your recovery and get some breakthroughs this time. So when you're not having that anxiety of thinking, is this going to happen again, or how long until it happens again, and you're not sort of losing yourself in this rolling thing where the recovery relapse can drift on for years. Let's make a clean break, get started, and give it our best shot right now with a good experience of sober coaching, and move forward. And life can be just really clear, and you can really embrace the clarity. That's what I'm offering. So I'd love to work with you. If you'd like to explore the opportunities further, follow the contact form down the bottom of the page on this website, and I'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. Importantly, I can fly out and be anywhere Australia-wide at short notice, so don't feel as if you're alone or you're suffering or that you've been isolated. Like, I can really be there for you. So get in touch and let's see what we can do to get this all sorted out. Look forward to hearing from you. My name's Bren. It's the Sober Coach. Oh, not the Sober Coach, sorry, sobercoach.net.au. Thanks a lot.